See, I don't think that I was the best player on the team at any point in time, but
Mhm.
I think that I was the most important player on the
Mhm.
team at every point in time. I think so because of the leadership, right? For instance,
Mm.
um, there's a lot of different when you come into a team, and when Urban came in, there was a lot of different subgroups out there,
Mhm.
right? There's the thugs over here, and the nerds, and the walk-ons, and the high class pretty boys, and all of that, the country boys,
Mhm.
right? So you have all these subgroups. So when you have all these subgroups, you can't really become one strong family because you got all these little subgroups and what they like to do. I was that individual that could jump in every subgroup. I stayed
Mhm.
after late with the nerds and studied. I went frog gigging with the country boys, right? I was from where the thugs was from, so we could listen to the same music and understand the same things. So I could get around to everyone and understand what made their heart beat, what made them go, right? What motivated them? Why were they doing this? What
Mhm.
was the reasons? What were they trying to achieve? And then I was able to utilize all of that to get the best performance out of each one of them
Mhm.
and then portray that down into the people that looked up to them and followed them.
Yeah.
So in essence, we all became one big family. By the time we left the University of Florida, when we went to the club, 100 cats going to the club.
Wow.
When I threw a party, it was mandatory for our whole team to be there.
Wow.
So that was the sort of thing that you're going to see in that documentary
Yeah.
that is like off the chain, where everybody's gonna love it, gonna love to see, and you get that inside light into it. Now, the leadership portion will be seen in that, and everybody will get to see
Yeah.
how big that was. You'll have Tim Tebow, he tells about he wanted to be like me. He wanted to
Mhm.
do the things that I was doing and
Mhm.
learn from me, right?
Mhm.
How I would, if I stayed after to lift weights, he stayed after with me.
Mhm.
Right. If I jumped in the cold tub, he jumped in the cold
Yeah.
tub. Right. And he did those things because he ultimately wanted to learn what it was about me that made me a great leader.
Yeah. What
Right.
is it?
And I think it is the ability, just like I said, to be able to relate with everybody, understand what makes them go, and then be able to pull the best out of every
Yes.
individual so that we can overall be the best team that we could be.
And that's what's amazing to me is that you could have that influence and you can connect the dots, but you created a culture and you created a synergy where once they knew each other, you could have whatever game plan you want. You could have whatever plays you want. But once
Mhm.
they knew each other and through your initiatives to inspire them to be more connected, they operated as a unit to be able to work those plays. Everybody knew their role, everybody supported one another, and you can't get that without really pulling that out of them. And that's not easy. I
Yeah.
mean, you know I do this for a living, right? I do it
Yeah.
for executives. I don't do it for football players, but
Hmm.
I say this to say it is really, really hard to be able to go in and say, we have this target. Everybody says it's about the win and it's about the points on the board and all that, but it's really not. It's about the people doing it.
Yeah.
And the ability to connect that spirit and make that spirit move in the same direction at the same time,
Yeah.
that's incredible.